Welcome to the Pirates of Drinax. We were off last week. Real life interfered, and there were vacations, and there were new cars purchased, and there was a whole bunch of stuff that happened. But anyways, we are back. These guys spent some time on Tech World, hunting down and purchasing a uh, high-tech comms jammer. And they discovered that there is a company on Tech World that sells such things. And I'm looking because I don't remember their name, the name of the company. Not that it really is that important. No, it is Zurich. Consumer and Industrial Robotics, Electronics, and Cybernetics makes these. And they are a part of the Tobiah Commerce Guild. Whole bunch of acronyms. It looks like stock market trading acronyms. There's like a little dollar sign in front of them, you know. Uh, Anyways, they construct these things, these high tech comms jammers, uh, almost specifically for the Florian League, because the Florian League, um, they're a little bit paranoid that everybody is trying to spy on them. Which, I mean, it's not really paranoia if it's true, right? Because
Yeah.
the Florian League has a lot of interesting. I wouldn't necessarily say super high tech stuff. I would say they have a lot of really interesting stuff. Um,
Mhm.
it is. Here's a little piece of. Here's a little piece of information about the Florian League. I don't. I think this has been brought up before. I don't know if you guys remember. So the Florian League is probably the, as far as I know, and I'm sure some viewer that's watching this will probably correct me, but as far as I know, is the only place, not just in charted space, but anywhere so far, where Ancient's technology is still active and operating. So the Florians, of course, they were human stock that were dumped there by the Ancients, just like the Jodani, just like the Villani. You know, pretty standard stuff. They did weird genetic experiments on them, and they split them into two sub races. There are the oh my gosh, there are these really big, strong guys,
Or
and they're
Chads.
yeah, they're the Chads. Yes, they're really dumb, and they are there specifically for uh, physical labor. I believe they are called the Fescals. Then there are these short little guys that have really big noggins. They all look like Billy Quizboy from Venture Brothers. Uh,
Mm.
my mother called me her little water baby. Um, they they're the smart ones, and they're a little bit shorter. They're really skinny, and the Fescals basically do whatever they tell them, and that
Are
is
they
their
gray?
no. I want to say they have like a greenish tint to their skin, but that may not be accurate. Anyways, you know, why don't I just take a look? How about that? Because now, I'm curious. The Florian League. Yes. Hmm. Well, anyways. So that led me nowhere. But anyways, they. I mean, of course, this all happened like 300,000 years ago, but their planet still is using the original technology that the ancients set up for them to allow them to flourish. And they don't have the ability to repair any of this stuff, so there are a lot of sites on Floria that where the ancients technology has broken down and is no longer working, and they essentially just move on to another one that is working. And like these machines do everything. They create electronics. They create robots. They harvest food. They do all this shit that makes Floria what it is. And so um, it's very interesting because nowhere else will you find ancient tech that operates. You might find some that can be occasionally backward engineered, which is where we got the black globe generators and shit like that. But um, most of the time, you find something and you're like, "Huh, I wonder what this is," and it doesn't work. You'll never know. For all you know, it could be a bottle opener, and I mean, nobody knows. It does nothing now. So that's an interesting little piece of side stuff. But while on Tech World, and not only did they purchase a high-tech comms jammer, but Gregor and Tang went under the knife and got some augments. I believe they both got subdermal armor because they were jealous of how Captain Beth took a whole bunch of bullets and came away unscathed. And then well, mostly unscathed. And then, if I remember correctly, Wes also he got muscular bridging for Tang, and I want to say you got a full body holographic tattoo. Is that right?
Yeah, sure did.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's got a controller where I can change it. So, yeah, I could be looking like,
Now
I can culturally appropriate like a motherfucker now.
Now here's a well, that's true. Well, and part of and it's brought up in the description of the full body tattoo. If he strips completely naked, right, he can basically program that tattoo to blend in with his surroundings. I think it gives him like a +2 to his stealth. So yeah, it's kind of cool.
What is muscular bridging, though? I don't know what that is.
So
it gives me a +1 to strength, a +1 to dex, and it adds 3 meters to my movement.
Yep.
So instead of 6, I'm moving 9 per minor action. And then get this, I got the mobile fucking upgrade to my battle armor, which gives me a +50% movement rate. So I can go 13.5 meters per minor action with my battle dress.
Yeah, he bought some upgrades for his battle dress because I allow all this. The two places, pretty much almost anywhere in charted space, the two places where you can go and buy this kind of shit is Tech World and Thief, because Thief, of course, has tech level 15 and a law level of 0. Or that's Thief. And then Tech World, they do have a law level, but Tech World being what it is, it's basically a planet that's run by mad scientists. They have no checks and balances on science and creation. And so all of this stuff is available, and you guys, of course, have all the right connections. I had a question about video tattoo, full body. Configurable, yeah, it's configurable through an interface built into the tattoo itself, or by voice, or by data link. So, I mean, theoretically, if you had a neural link, or am I thinking of yeah, if you had a neural link, you could just basically change this thing just by thinking about it.
Yep, and I do.
Yeah.
Does that mean someone can hack it and display whatever message they choose?
If they're good enough and they got the fucking
yes.
tools.
Yeah, theoretically, yes. A neural link could technically be hacked because it is it is connected via the neural comm. So yeah.
But I've got security software and shit. It won't be the easiest thing, but it can be done. Hell yeah.
All right.
So yeah.
I feel like when you do these crazy procedures, you should have to roll a percentage. And if you get like a 1, you get botched.
Right. Yes. Well, yeah. I mean, some of the ideas for hacking cybernetics is kind of scary. Um, yeah. Like, has anybody played Cyberpunk, uh, the video game,
I played a
2077?
little bit.
It, uh, a lot of the hacking, like you would expect, at least I, coming from old school cyberpunk stuff, I expected most of the hacking to be done hacking into terminals and networks and computers and stuff. It's not, most because it is built around a wireless world. It is mundane things, cameras, alarms, doors, things like that. Um, and a lot of times it's other people's cybernetics. So, the guy down at the end of the hall, you might you might hack into him and shut off his eyes because he's got cybernetic eyes. Now he's blind; he can't see you, and you could just sneak past him. I mean, it's crazy stupid. I think they made it maybe perhaps a little too easy to do, but
Yeah.
because I don't think I've ever found one guy in that game that I was like, oh, I failed. Or, no, it's always like, oh, now he can't hear, or his eyes shut off, or you know, his arm went limp, what have you. But yeah, so these guys spent 5 weeks getting back to Oghma, bringing back their high-tech comms jammer, and they were told that once they get to the surface, that this thing, if it's plugged into their comm system, that it is going to broadcast out in a 3,000 kilometer radius around the ship, just a blanket jamming that is going to make it nigh impossible, of course, for um, Maker God and Corge the blind, who will now really actually be blind, to detect them as they approach the Asphodal Manufactory. So that's where we will pick up. Before we get started, we'd like to bring attention to the fact that we do have a merch store via Zazzle. The that store helps us pay for a bunch of the little things like Roll20 Pro and Incarnate Pro, and even the software that we use to make these videos. We have t-shirts and buttons, including the t-shirts and buttons. We've got the Pirates of Drinax atomic skull flag that they use, made by Cameron. And we've got hoodies, and there's beer steins and whiskey rocks glasses and all sorts of stuff on that store. So if you want to help us out and help make ends meet, go get yourself a t-shirt, and we appreciate everything that you do for us. All right, so Captain Beth, go ahead and make a sorry, a hawk just flew by and my cat's like, hey, what's that? No. It's
Your
like,
cat don't want none of that
yeah,
hawk.
I was just gonna say he's like 3 times bigger than the cat. Go ahead and make a piloting plus dex check.
Okay. 11.
Nice. So you are coming in. You of course have all the codes that would be needed, and you've got Yidge with you. Who wants to make the electronics comms plus intellect or education check?
12.
Okay, so you
That's
guys,
generally
Even
my
on
job.
yes.
after the surgery,
Yeah.
he's doing good.
So you guys come into the atmosphere. Both Gregor and Tang have been up and about for about a week, and probably feeling a little stiff. They could use some decent exercise, and this is a good opportunity for them. But you are coming in to the Asphodal where you were told the Asphodal Manufactory is. And everybody can make a recon plus intellect check.
12.
Man, you are smoking those 12s tonight.
Man, don't
11.
be saying that shit until after the session is over.
What's
13.
Nice.
you?
Recon?
Yes.
Okay, it's a +2.
Does Yidge have to roll it too, or is she
Nice.
exempt?
That's a damn good question. And Yitch doesn't have to roll. I'm just saying, I'm looking to see if you guys are going to notice something. What did Beth get?
11.
Nice. Okay, so you all got it. You notice as you come in, and you've seen off in the distance, you've seen a couple of these on the ground, and at first you thought, that they were probably some of them look like natural fissures in the ground, or maybe an old drill site. But now, with coming into the Asphodal Manufactory, you're realizing that these are man-made and are permanent fixtures. And Yidge kind of leans over you as you're flying, and she points and she says that this is she calls it a fire pit.
Hmm.
So essentially, if you remember the discussion about the AI, so there's a lot of volcanism on Oghma, and so the best way for the AI to essentially power itself was to just tap into that geothermal system. And these are essentially, if you want to call them chimneys, you could, or vents, but she just refers to them as the fire pits or the pits. And she said that is how that is our goal. That's how we're going to enter the manufactory.
Oh my.
And so she tells you that the goal, of course, here is to climb down into the pit. You're obviously not going to want to fly a ship down in there. I mean, it's big enough. You probably could, because you guys are you guys in? Yeah, you're in the Osiris. I mean, you probably could fly the ship in at least partway, but then the question comes of where are you going to land it, and how is this all going to work out? And essentially, this, of course, is what it looks like from the surface, and then this is a cutaway of what this looks like. So there
Nice.
are all these shafts that lead off of this, off the interior of this. And Yuge tells you that essentially once we land, and I mean, you'll. She tells you that we'll want to leave the jammer running because Maker God and Corge have the ability to essentially see and detect anything that is coming close to the pits or close to the manufactory. And so she tells you that you guys will want to set down, and we'll have to manually, on foot or however you decide to go about it, come down into the maintenance shaft, into the, they call it a maintenance shaft, into the vent. And so, but she does tell you that as you climb down into the pit, time is of the essence. And so you'll want to make for the nearest shaft, maintenance shaft that leads off of the pit as soon as possible, because approximately every 20 minutes, this thing blasts geothermal heat for an exhaust cycle of about 15 minutes, and you don't want to be in there no matter what you're wearing during that period. Let's see. It says at the 15-minute mark, the rising heat begins to become noticeable. At 16 minutes, it becomes uncomfortable to anyone not wearing protective gear. At this point, the drones will disappear into the portal walls to escape the heat. At 17 minutes, the heat starts cooking any organic matter in the portal. Travelers standing on one of the gantries, hovering on a grav belt, or rappelling down the shaft start to get burned. During the first 30 seconds past 17 minutes, any traveler without protection from the heat takes D3 damage per round. After 30 seconds, it rises to 1D per round. 60 seconds after that, the exhaust sequence starts, and it rises to 2D per round. Even unarmored travelers with life support systems and ample heat protection are going to see alarms going off on their HUDs. So, I mean, it's basically it will cook your skin off. It is the heat from molten lava. It is a man-made volcano, essentially. So,
Wow.
yeah. So she's telling you you're going to want to get down to these gantries, as quickly as possible. Now, here's the problem. She doesn't know. Nobody knows which of these gantries, these maintenance shafts, are going to take you to, wherever Maker God or Korg is. Now, the assumption, of course, is that Maker God is the remnants of the AI from the Sindalian Empire. Nobody really truly knows what Korg is, but Trebeja had said that he believes that Korg the Blind is actually a android that was made by Maker God. So where one or the other is, nobody knows, because nobody's been in here
And lived.
right.
Can I communicate with our other AI space station,
No,
and get? Okay.
no, and
Well, we have a jammer running.
right, the jammer's running, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I can fly, so
I also can fly, so that's handy.
So there's that. Maybe Devin and I can go in there and scout it out, and then.
Well, you also have 2 grav cycles. You have 2 G bikes.
Okay.
Oh, we could G-bike in. Yeah.
And I got Grav 0, so at least I'm not negative on it.
Right, yeah, at least you're not making a roll at -3. So yeah.
But I got Dex +2.
Nice.
I think we're gonna just have to work our
+3
way
if I'm
down.
wearing my suit. Can we wear our battle dress?
That is entirely up to you guys. I mean, you're not.
I'm wearing my toys.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm wearing all my shit.
Yeah,
I'm coming dressed to impress.
Yeah, if you guys want to
Yeah.
go in, armed for bear, do it. You're not in a situation where, I mean, the jammer is doing his job, hopefully, and so you're not having to blend in with Oghma society. So, have at it. Which I guess brings the question of, and we can just go around. I mean, I'm just going to assume that everybody's going to be in battle dress. So, Beth, what are you packing for weaponry? I mean, you can go crazy here if you really want to.
Well,
2 PP GMZs.
Yep, right.
One in each hand.
I have I have like a light PGMP. I could take that.
You have a light PGMP?
I think so. I think that the TL14 one is like less bulky or something.
Oh, that's
Like a lady
right.
PGMP
Let me
for her.
That's that wouldn't be something that I would have in my charts. You have a TL14 PGMP. Energy.
I'll take that and a heavy laser pistol as a sidearm, and that'll be it.
Okay. So it says so this is interesting. PGHP 14 does not have the very bulky or bulky trait. I don't necessarily know that it would be light, but it's...
Well, like light for what it is. It says it's 10 kg on my sheet. I don't know. So that's not a light thing to carry around.
No,
but
10
it's
kilograms is quite a bit. Yeah.
It's also not as big as the other thing. That's
well,
all.
It looks like they all weigh 10 kilograms. It just seems like the 14 probably doesn't have as big of a backpack and all of that crap. I wish it had.
Which is great.
I wish it had a picture of them. There's a FG. Those are fun. Huh. Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's looking pretty big, but I mean, yeah, 14. So it says plasma gun, human portable is standard assault weapon of the Marines. It is so heavy and bulky that it can only be used easily by a trooper in battle dress. It is powered by a built-in microfusion generator and fires high-energy plasma stream. More advanced plasma guns adjust the weapon's optimum range and plasma temperature. Wow. So, mechanically, I don't know what that means, but...
It means, oh, mama.
Yeah, I mean, it still does 1 DD damage no matter what you do, and it's got a range of 450 meters. So yeah, you're going to go PGHP 14 and a heavy laser pistol. What about Keith?
I'll be carrying my laser rifle that I always carry, and I'll take a sorry, I forgot what this was. Oh yeah, I picked up a mag rail pistol.
Those are fun.
Yeah, so I'm gonna carry that as my sidearm.
Yeah, the mag rail pistol. That's a trophy weapon. You took that from.
It's a 14. It's a TL14, so I figured I could get it off of our last stop at
Tech World.
Tech World. I cannot have it if that's not
no, that's fine. That was your trophy weapon. It had pearl hand grips from.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, from the colonel of Aradna Star Security Services, Merck Company.
Yeah, that's right. I did get that from that.
That is a slug pistol. Chart on that. Yeah, TL14. Yeah, those are fun. Okay. What about Ting? I mean, I know you're in battle dress. What are you packing? You got your claw ports too.
That's right. I got my claw ports that allow me to use my arc-filled fucking claws while in battle dress without trying to take my mitts off. And I've got the equivalent. I've made the equivalent of a traveler monk. And therefore, I'm going to depend on being able to move a lot and put my claws in people. I will, of course. I'm going to bring assortment of some grenades. I'm going to bring a plasma and an aerosol grenade and 3 frags. Smoke. Bring a smoke.
If I remember, you got a weapon mount too.
Um,
Did we
I
ever?
got I got the claw port, the flight pack, the enhanced mobility, the sensor suite, the prismatic aerosol,
Right.
and that's it.
Oh, you didn't. You didn't get a
I
weapon.
got the chameleon mod on it, and the ion shielding, the claw port, the flight pack, the enhanced mobility, the sensor suite for +1 for my sensor checks through the suits sensor, and the prismatic aerosol that gives -2 DM on checks to locate, and it gives protection +6 for laser fire.
Okay. I thought you got a weapon mount too.
Man, I'm a
Uh,
pacifist though.
what's Gregor packing? I know you're going to bring that autocannon. I know that.
You think so?
Yeah, yeah. I don't see you passing that up.
I got an AC-25, a laser cartridge carbine, and a Gauss pistol.
Okay, that sounds perfect. So,
Oh, and I've got a plasma grenade, a frag grenade, and an EMP grenade.
okay, all right. So, just out of curiosity, let me pistols. So, Magrail pistol using similar technology to a Gauss weapon. Magrail pistols throw ovoid projectiles, sometimes erroneously called discs or shuriken, which hit hard at short ranges but lack penetrative power. I don't know. This still sounds like fun, and the pistol kind of looks like a bolter pistol from Warhammer. Yeah. Okay. Uh, Beth, you can make a piloting plus dex check to land, and we will see how this goes.
Got a 7, so it's probably a little rough.
Landing, you only need a routine for that, so it's a 6+. And I mean, it's a big snowy field. It's not. I wouldn't be too concerned. What are you gonna run into on Oghma, right? Let's see here. These guys.
Got one of them one of them bipedal giant lizard things that Luke Solo ran into on Hoth.
Oh yeah, the tauntauns. Yes, yes.
I had a tauntaun. Damn it. I smeared it.
Run over some poor Augman raider in his trade caravan of Arctic Kian. Land on him. This guy. Oh. Poop. All right. So you set down, and you've got the G bikes. Now the G bikes. And actually, it might be in here. Let's see. It is in here twice. Here is the stats for the G bike. So these are your typical Star Wars speeder bikes, maybe a little bit fancier. And they do require the flyer grav skill,
Which I have.
which you have. I don't know if Beth has it though.
I don't, but I'm a jack of all trades, so I'm not as screwed.
Nice.
Do you have like a grav belt?
I don't think so, unless that's like included in battle dress.
No.
Well,
You
I
might just
mean,
be not prepared for this particular mission.
you guys. Well, this wasn't something that you would have foresaw, but you guys were on Tech World, so let me look.
Don't we have that racer grav bike from Yargersil that suits 2 people?
No, you don't have the G Racer. But let's see here. If you wanted,
We got a raft.
I mean, you haven't really added anything to the slots on your command battle dress.
I have not.
So if you want to take up 6 slots, it's 50,000 credits for a flight pack.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a good deal.
We're gonna fly in like some Mandalorians.
I don't know how many. Let's see. Whoop. Too far. Too far. There we go.
Been waiting to use my flight pack.
Which
That's what I'm saying.
which battle dress does Gregor have?
Improved.
Okay, so you've got you have 16 slots, and you had the vehicle mount. Find it.
I also have a neural wafer for graph.
Okay. Yeah, I
One
mean,
plus.
yeah. So the vehicle mount took up. Oh, so yeah, it took up 15 slots. So yeah, you're on the grav bike because you only have 1 slot left because that vehicle mount is just this huge cannon sticking off of you, mounted over your shoulder. All right, well, that's cool. What's your plan for entrance? You just
Are we just gonna kind of fly in and check the first place and see what happens?
sure.
Yeah, I'll start at the top and work down, but yeah.
So
Just bust in here.
which of these maintenance shafts are you going to try to make it to? Keep in mind, you don't know where you're at on the time cycle.
Well, can't we just wait for the
You certainly could.
thing to go off?
You certainly could.
And then
I would do that rather than get cooked alive.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah, because I mean,
We don't know
I mean,
5 seconds or
this is
Yeah,
going to be
it
bad
can be
enough
like
that
that.
even your battle dress may start to have issues.
I don't want to
Yeah.
get cooked alive.
Cooked like
Well, I
spam in a
can't
can.
stop you from jumping in, I guess.
I got
So,
spam in a can. I got lots of spam in cans.
so
I like
You-
spam.
I actually do too, personally. But so you guys wait, and like clockwork, probably exactly what you were expecting to happen. About 10 minutes later, you can see that there is a large. It starts with just some smoke coming out that you notice. The smoke increases, and depending on your distance from it, you're on the ground looking towards the pit. You can see the air actually starts to shimmer from the heat coming out, and as the 20 or 30-minute interval goes on, it finally just starts erupting fire and smoke coming out of this pit that and then it kind of settles back down over the course of another probably 10 minutes, and is just left with a steaming, smoking shaft that the heat has died down back towards the bottom.
All right, time to jump in.
Yeah, you've got another 20 minutes before this thing vents again.
so I'm gonna set a timer off
Okay.
that for 10 minutes.
Okay.
And so when the 10-minute timer goes off, we should head back up to the service at haste if we haven't found safe haven.
So
if we're all the way in the shaft, shouldn't we be okay if we're not like right next to the opening?
Well, so the heat is coming out of this shaft, and essentially what Yij is saying is that you want to get to one of these gantries and into one of these maintenance shafts before that heat blasts back up out of this main shaft.
Okay,
So
good deal.
Okay.
this shaft is 1 kilometer in depth. So I guess the question is, the guys, so the people with flight packs in their battle dress aren't going to have as much of an issue because you're basically essentially you just fall, right? And activate the suit or activate the flight pack, which is still going to be a flyer grav check, but I mean it eliminates the need for an additional bike. So the question is, and I mean the Gregor on the bike, he's going to have Yidge riding behind him in shotgun. Can essentially fly in and do a controlled fall as well. The question is, which of these do you want to try for? You know, I mean, you could try for all the way to the bottom if you want. It's up to you.
I think we should start at the top. What do you think?
That's what I think. I think we ought to. Yeah. I mean, as I said, we got a timer set for 10 minutes. So if we haven't found, if it's a 20-minute cycle, that means we have 10 minutes of exploration time before we need to leave or be behind a firewall of, so, in a so
Yeah.
if, and then we can reassess after that. So, I don't know now if.
Well, how long does it take to get down to these shafts?
Well, I mean, it's 1 kilometer, so I would, if you're using gravity on your side and just falling or even using assisted, grav assist, it probably shouldn't take too long to get all the way to the bottom.
Beth doesn't have any grav skill, and the suits take grav skill, right?
Yes, but she does have.
Then I will
Jack of all trades.
Right, I'll just drive a bike, and she can ride on my, back.
Okay.
And that I mean, I'm just saying because I have grav too. I can fucking drive the bike.
You have any?
I've grav at 0.
Oh, good for you. Okay, I'll ride on the back. That sounds fine.
Yeah, I mean, if we need to make some rolls to get the fuck up out of here or something, you take it a -2, even with a mad dex bonuses.
Well, what I was going to say is
good.
that 2 people in battle dress on a grav bike, I really question whether or not they would both fit. But the other downside, I'll say that I will err on the side of possibility and say that you both will fit. But because of the bulkiness of the suits of the battle dress, you're going to be at a -2 for your roll.
For what?
For flyer grab.
So,
all right, well then, yeah, I'm sorry.
I'll be okay. If I die, Ting gets to be captain because it'll be the most fun that way. Just so everyone
It'll be the
knows
most interesting. All right, so you're just going for this first one then, right?
Yeah.
Everybody make a flyer grab plus dexterity check.
What does the bonus happen for a 17 dex?
That is true. You do have a bonus for your dex. So it stops at 15 is a +3. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Don't forget that you
10.
have +3. Most of you are going to have +3 for your dex.
I think I did all right.
Yeah, you did.
I got 10. I did great.
Yeah.
I got 8.
She's alive. She's alive.
Yes. Okay. Woo.
All right. So, yeah, you all make it down and land perfectly as if you knew what you were doing on this gantry. And there is a door, a very heavy blast door that is shut right here at this wall.
Well, I have my auto hack. Should I try that, or should we try to mechanically open it?
Auto hack that motherfucker and open it.
Yeah.
Does it have computer components on it? We're on Oghma.
Yeah, that's a good question. Does it have way that I can use the auto hack on it?
It
Or do we have to
does. There
mechanic it?
is a console.
Okay.
So here is
Sweet.
auto hack. This is the description of auto hack. Hold on a moment. I remember it was something ridiculously low. That is in the field catalog.
I'm going
It's
in my
1D
chameleon
times
mode.
10 seconds.
Yeah. So what's the TL on that?
Let's see. Did I write it down? TL14.
Okay. So just roll 2D, and it is an easy difficulty 4 or better.
I got boxcars.
Cool.
Kind of a waste of one, but
Okay. And it says
Because it's brand new. Works
Yeah.
great.
okay. So that took a minute, and it did not get through. Everybody can make a Recon plus Intellect check.
oh no.
We
So
rolled
the
one.
auto hack wasn't good enough. Okay.
Can I run a scan to see if I can detect
Yeah.
a maker god or large,
Yeah, go ahead and make a electronics sensors plus intellect or education.
All right, and I'm gonna add +1 because I paid for it.
Okay.
13.
Okay. So what did Beth and Keith get on their recon check?
12.
Nice.
And I got, let's see, 14.
Nice. Wow.
I
So
almost rolled.
so you two and Gregor, you guys all smoked it. You have seen security consoles and blast doors like this before. You've seen them in Sindalian vaults. You saw them on the AI space station. You've seen them in some of the few caches. You saw them on the space station with the nukes and the bioweapons on it. This is Sindalian tech. This means that is at TL 15, so technically it's a -1 for the auto hack. So so Devin actually rolled a 1. So 60 seconds went by, but Ting, your sensors check, you were detecting that there is you're detecting heavy EM activity from down here, but that's about all that you can detect. You are detecting it coming from the almost all the way towards the bottom, this gantry here, and part of the reason that you're having a hard time is that jammer is affecting your sensors as well.
Understand.
Okay.
I'll tell the captain. I think we ought to race down there. Is what my sensors are telling me. Is there's a lot of EM signatures suggest, power, things like that.
Further in?
So
Yeah,
we
down
could
at the
try
bottom.
the ducal codes, maybe.
Do what now?
The ducal codes. Why not try those?
You could try that, yeah. You do have the ducal codes. That's true.
Yeah, you're right there.
It's our Konami code to get into things.
So
we share that top secret shit amongst ourselves like it's fucking nothing.
That's true. So you pull out the ducal rod and hit the button, and the door slides open, and you can see that in this, there's this roughly cut passage that leads off into pretty much darkness. You can see occasionally a light comes on from a ceiling light, but this is a rough cut passage with just some metal grates that are thrown on the floor to give it a floor rather than a cave floor. And it
Well,
leads
let's
off
get
into
in
darkness.
before the lava shoots up again.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
I am in chameleon mode, by the way.
Okay, so you're going to go chameleon.
Yep.
I'll give you a ninja.
I might as well do the same.
Okay.
Gidge needs to get the fuck behind all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
These guys have the wrong
everybody
names.
else is going all stealth and shit. And we all disappeared.
Hold on.
Not me.
I can
got a
see
big
me.
fucking can. I got a big cannon. I want to be seen.
Giving you, I gave for some reason you guys had the incorrect name.
Oh, it keeps switching me back to Jason Darren. Okay. Sorry.
There we go. Oh, no,
Oh.
wrong one.
No, you got Captain Beth on Devon, which is Keith.
There we
Yeah.
go. There we go.
And that's Ching Shi.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. We're set.
So Keith is also going ninja. Does Beth have chameleon on hers as well? I thought you did. I thought you
I
had
do.
full Fizzlight.
We all do.
Yeah.
We don't really give a shit though. Whatever. You guys
Okay.
can be selfish. I got the huge gun. I'm in the huge gun club with Gregor.
Okay.
All right.
Letting it all hang out.
Okay, so you enter, and this is the passage that you see laid out ahead of you. You see that there are a few lights. Of course, your suits have lights, coming off so that you can see where you're going. But you can see that there are a couple of computer terminals that are giving off some light in here, and
Oh, the computer terminals are still here. They didn't get melted, so this is a safe place.
right, and you can see that there is, these pipes that are dumping out, a not necessarily a smoke, but a hot sulfurous steam, and the air in here is thick with this steam. Well, you guys can move your movement rate.
Okay.
So that means you can move if you use all three minor actions, you can move up to 18 meters, and the grid is on. And so, oh wait, I forgot the fantastic new thing that I can do. I will disable grid snapping, so you can move wherever you want. You don't have to be on a grid. But the measurement tool does work. So
Okay. Where do you want to go?
18 meters is a long ways.
It is a
Oh,
long
okay.
way.
It's further than I thought.
I want to go to the terminal.
So I was like, okay, I can make it over there. And then you want me to move you to a terminal?
Sure.
Here you go, buddy.
No, I mean the other one. Well, that's fine. That'll work.
Okay, then you'll block Yidge a little bit.
It's just gonna go up here and kind of take cover behind this atmosphere machine.
Yeah, hug a wall, Yidge.
Nice.
Okay, are you gonna do something at the computer? Are you gonna mess with it? Probably.
Sure, I'll just check the computer first before I do anything to it.
You see how I made that big movement around
Yes.
there? Yeah, because 13 and a half times 3 is 40, I think.
Oh, that's right. You have more movement.
This 40.5. Look at me. Go math in the
There you
head.
go.
Yeah.
So Keith and Gregor are at computers. I will say, Keith, what are you doing at the computer first?
I'm just going to do like a quick search to see if there's any information on the computer that's relevant to our mission. Nothing too dramatic. Just a quick
Sure.
glance over it.
Sure. So, hold on here. Let me go ahead and do this first.
Are we going to roll initiative?
Not yet, but let me get you guys on here. So, go ahead and make a electronic computers plus your choice, intellect or education.
Okay. I did a 6.
A 6.
Beep.
So, you ticky tacky on the monitor or on the screen. The most that you're able to determine is that this is essentially just a terminal, and it is asking for a login. And
Okay.
that, I mean, it is telling you. It comes up in the typical, the green ASCII. It comes up and it says, in big bubble type ASCII letters, Asphodal Manufactory, and it says it gives a terminal identification number. Says something about long live the emperor, and then it says login, and it's flashing. Gregor, what are you doing?
I think I'll shoot it with my cannon.
At the computer. Shoot the computer. Fuck this computer.
Take it out.
Try username MakerGod and password is password.
I was thinking the opposite. It was.
Yes.
I was thinking the user would be admin, and the password would be God or Maker God.
I'll try that. I'll type that in.
Okay, go ahead and make a. Both of you can make an electronics computers plus intellect or education. You get a +2.
You typed that really good, I guess.
That's a 14.
Yeah.
I got an 11.
So, Babytown Frolics, both of you are able to log in using the password of God.
Sweet.
And it brings up a whole bunch of information. Basically, both of you are seeing the same typical information. The countdown to the next venting cycle gives a listing of how I'm thinking about how I want to phrase this. A listing of adherents, and it shows a number. It shows how many does it say? It says like 3,000 and something, like 3,954. And as you're watching the screen, the number changes to 9,353. And it goes down to 52. And that
Is this seconds?
No. Number of adherents. And then it says a number of active sentries, and it lists like 400.
Well,
That's a
Well,
I
lot.
guess there are
hundreds.
400 centuries around here. That's
There's a few centuries around here. Glad I brought a cannon. How many can I kill at once?
Beth and Ting, you can both make recon plus intellect checks.
And
Damn.
9.
So both of you on your HUD. So your usual and Beth's is a little bit more advanced than Ting's. Actually, no, because Ting got the upgrade. So both of you have basically sensors on your HUD that link in with everybody's battle dress, and these your it's kind of like when you're playing a video game and you've got the little round scanner in the upper right corner of your screen, and it'll show you where the bad guys are on the mini map. That's kind of what Ting and Captain Beth see, because they're getting data from everybody's sensors in the squad. And because they got, like, Beth's is a command battle dress, and Ting got a sensor update, so they kind of have, battlefield management software installed. But both of you are seeing that there is a group of humans coming down this passage, and kind of, flicking between night vision and IR, and getting through the heavy steam and smoke in here. You can make out that these people are all emaciated. They are all beat to shit, and they're barely they're basically, their clothes consist of like an upside down burlap bag with a hole cut in it for arms and a hole for their head, and then maybe a rope as a belt if they want to carry an extra tool or something. But all of them have, they're carrying like a wrench or a hammer or a pick of some kind. And Ting can make out that behind them there is something large with lights on it, kind of following and kind of prodding them along. And like one of these people will kind of trip a little bit, and it'll reach out and shove him, and he'll scramble to get up and keep moving. They're coming down this passage. They kind of come to here, and they can see your lights, and so they kind of are standing there dumbfounded, looking at you guys. They've never seen anything like this. This has never happened.
I'm running with like night vision and shit. I'm not really.
Well, they don't even see
projecting.
you because you went chameleon.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but they can see Beth, and one of them does know, and this guy looks and sees Beth standing there, and drops to his knees, and starts to sob and say over and over again, "Thank you, thank you."
whoa, I haven't done anything yet.
I think he's making it's obviously he's making an assumption. Now, of course, I don't know how you decked out your battle dress, but I can tell you that I mean, when you first got this battle dress, it probably came out of an Imperial Naval crate, an Imperial Marines crate. I mean, it was probably, I don't know if you've repainted it in Drinaxian colors, or your own personal livery, or you just left it. I mean, clearly this guy would recognize Imperial battle dress.
Okay. So the military's here and he's pleased.
Yeah,
All right.
he seems he seems pretty thankful for that.
I wish I had a snack for them all, but I don't.
Here, have a Mars bar.
Something.
Okay, send me a Mars bar.
I want to go attack the overseer.
Or whatever it is. We couldn't really tell what it
Yeah.
was, right?
So
Yeah, whatever it is, I think I want to head that way and scratch it.
Yeah, we should fuck it up.
Let me see. Does he have a vocorder? He does.
We'll
He's got-
push aside
so for the
skinny people.
you can see that there is through the haze and smoke in here. You can see that this is a wheeled bot behind them, and it like
Excuse me.
Sorry.
here we go. It looks like this.
Oh wow, look at that.
It's got a fist.
It's a laser weapon.
You gotta mess it up.
Isn't it?
It
Plus
is,
15 on the armor.
6.
and you hear this thing kind of push its. I mean, not. I was going to say angry, but it's a robot. I don't know that it would be angry. Everything it says sounds perturbed, and it pushes its way up forward behind this guy, and kind of yells at him, "Get up! There's work to be done."
Get up.
And he.
And then I start blasting.
So, anyways, I start blasting.
Get up.
That's when he notices you guys. Everybody can roll initiative.
Sweet. Ah,
2D plus
2D plus either intellect or dexterity.
Get that for your next.
yeah, but I still just
I'm last.
Wow, this guy only has an int of 6, so he gets a whole whopping plus. A 5.
We tie.
Oh, you got a 5 as well. Oh no, Snake Eyes. Hey, crit
Do.
failed my initiative roll. Oh, and
somehow.
Yidge. What is Yidge?
She should stay out of this one, I think. Maybe
Find a place to pee.
she'll do the smart thing. She's
Hey,
smart.
She's got a plus
Okay.
1 to her Inish. I mean, that's not
That's cool.
terrible. Hey, she got a 10. So,
Damn.
you know. Wow, Captain Beth, not to be outdone by the 2 5s, has to roll a 4.
Yeah. I also rolled snake eyes. So
Oh, you too, huh? Wow, there's a lot of
Yes.
that going around tonight.
getting it out of the way.
So I just finished reading the Castle Keeper's Guide for Castles and Crusades, and like one of the very last chapters was about character death and how to handle character death. The last page in the section about character death was essentially how to deal with shitty dice rolls, but it wasn't about necessarily whether or not the dice are just being, whether the rolls themselves are being bad, but how to punish the dice themselves when they're bad. Like, a dice that consistently rolls low, you might put in the microwave for a few seconds to realign its molecules. Or put it in a freezer. But most importantly, you have to separate it from the other dice, lest its bad luck will spread to the other ones. And then it's talking about dirty tricks, like if one player is rolling really badly, and another player gets up to go to the bathroom, you take your bad dice and mix it in with theirs so that its bad mojo will mix in with theirs so that they start rolling bad too. Like this entire page goes on and on about all these things to do with bad dice. So Keith, I mean, you guys are in constant communication. What are you doing?
I'm gonna slip back behind Beth and see if I can shoot this guy. I guess I
Wait.
can't get that far. Yeah, there you go.
want there?
Right there.
Okay.
Indeed.
I think I'm gonna just take a shot. I might as well. I know I'm stealthed, but
I would say around this, so this wall.
There's a wall in my way.
You could. I would say you could make the shot, but you're at -2.
Okay.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, it's worth a try. I'll do it. Okay, so that's 8.
That is a hit.
Wow. Way to go.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and roll your damage, base damage.
Need your dice.
Oh, here you go.
Actually, another dice.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, you have another one.
Yeah, it's in the thing.
Give him
Okay.
the bad one. Give him the bad one.
It's all mixed with every other dice, so I think it'll even out.
Okay. All right. There we go. Wow, that wasn't very good.
She gave you the bad one.
Yeah. So 17.
Okay, so
That's not
he's
bad.
going to take 2.
Oh, actually, sorry. It's actually 20 because I forgot I have the +3 on my rifle.
Okay, so that's right. So he will take 5. You let off a blast of laser, and you score a direct hit on this bot. Yidge.
Yid should be fucking cowering and staying back. That's what the captain said. Stay the fuck out of shit.
Yeah, but she's not going to.
Yeah.
He's only got a sniper rifle. What you gonna do?
It's got AP 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's only got a +1 to that roll, but whatever. She misses with a 6. She drills this wall. Like, just kills the wall. Ting, what would you like to do? You are still chameleoned. I was gonna say
Yeah,
veiled.
and I have my aerosol going.
So, if you you may not want to do that because let me look at the aerosol. Where's that? Prismatic aerosol. So, highly reflective particles around the battle rest. If you do that, it's going to mess up your chameleon.
Yeah. I mean, it says obscures and it DM -2.
Right.
So I guess I would still get that plus my stealth.
Right.
Right?
Um,
I mean, I just lose my chameleon bonus of a +4 to stealth, right? Or +6 or whatever the fuck it is.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm good for that. I want that protection for that laser.
Yeah, it gives you +6 against lasers.
Yeah.
All right. Did you want to stay where you're at and fire, or did you want to move? or do something
Oh
else.
no, I am a pacifist.
So he's going to wait for the robot to come next to him and claw it.
Right. He's gonna go full Wolverine on a Sentinel.
Ooh, can I see these guys over here?
Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of what essentially are tech slaves that are now cowering on the ground now that shots have been fired.
All right, let me go back to here, which is I was like right in here somewhere around
You're like right there.
13.5. Okay, yeah. All right, and I'm gonna. Oop, here we go. I'm gonna come right here, and then
So you get to there, and you see that there is another group. There's a group of slaves in the middle here, and there is one of these robots in the front and one in the back. When you move there, they notice you.
my stealth is 9 right now. Oh, that's fine. They're gonna notice me any fucking way.
Yeah, sooner or later they're gonna know you're there.
Do I know the technical level of these robots?
Eh,
Can I get an estimation on an intelligence roll?
yeah. Go ahead and make a just a raw intellect check.
Fuck
You-
it.
Yeah, you're not sure.
Don't know. Yeah.
You know that the most that you know is that they don't look like they're TL-15 robots. They look like they've been cobbled together by various pieces of tech.
Now, yeah, the question is,
They must be made by Samsung because one of their options is quick charger. Probably wireless
Yeah.
charging.
Now, the electromagnetic pulse. Well, fuck it. I'm just gonna throw a grenade.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna try to put the grenade right here at this guy's feet. Is where I want to put it.
okay, go ahead and make an athletics dex check.
Yeah. 8.
That should drop it right at his feet, and I'm just looking at
Blast 9.
unleashes a burst of electromagnetic radiation.
No, this is a frag grenade.
Oh, you're dropping a frag grenade? I thought you were dropping
Yes.
an imp grenade. Okay.
Well, I didn't know if they would do it, and there's 2 of them. They're coming this way, and a frag grenade is universal.
That's true.
I just gotta look up how much
it will
my
reach. So 9 meters. I can do a circle, and I don't want snapping. This guy. Yeah, so it's gonna blow up and take out that much area.
that's good stuff.
All right.
Bye-bye, slaves.
You
Yeah.
know, man.
You know,
I've not.
They're dying
are
anyway.
not. We are not Imperial. I'm just trying to figure out where the fuck, how many dice I need for these motherfuckers.
roll 5D.
Thank you. Here, there you go. Everybody take 19 in that area. Boom.
Shit. So these guys are going to take 4 each. And the slaves with no armor.
Oh, they were in there? Oh, shit.
They were right in the middle.
Some of them were. You know, there's plenty enough to go around. You know,
Not only that, they're already
Your
dying.
suffering is over.
They,
They were
they're
like
on death.
they're
They're on
down
death's
They probably
doorstep.
have. They would have 6s or less. Probably less for endurance for their physical stats, and there's
They
no
got
way they're going to
baby
eat 19. So the slaves end up being a shredded, bloody mess in the hallway. They're done.
Okay.
An explosion goes off, and now the security robots are kind of pissed, I guess. This robot is immediately going to shoot at Ting.
yeah.
He gets a
Um,
+1 for range. An 11 hits. Oh,
Hmm.
but you get +6 protection too.
I get
And he's
plus 6.
-2, so that still hits.
Yeah.
With a 9, so +1 to damage, making this for 20. -6 is 14.
I've got
It-
23
and it doesn't
plus
get-
5 subduro.
Yeah, it doesn't get through your armor. So this he fires this laser, and it kind of scatters from your prismatic aerosol, and
It's but a flesh wound.
basically what
That's
you
right.
guys see is it looks like somebody shot a laser pointer at the disco globe at the dance on the dance floor.
Hell yeah.
This robot is going to do the same.
Hmm.
Good luck.
And -2 again is a 9. Yeah, same thing. You see that Ting is up there looking fabulous from all of the lasers scattering. This robot.
Is it going to come after me too? Because I obliterated a bunch of their precious slaves.
No, first of all, he rolls through the cowering slaves. Gives no shits that they are in front of him. Just plows through them, knocking them to the side, and they take. What is his?
Oh man, they're gonna be all mangled.
Yeah. See, the slaves are about to start retreating when people stop
Shit.
taking them into
He deals
account.
11 points of damage to 4 of them. Damn
Wow.
near, they're crippled as he plows through them, and he is going to shoot. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. I'll do it this. Fuck, 12. He's going to shoot Yidge. All right. Fuck
You
Yidge.
butthole. We need her.
She's,
Yeah.
she's,
God damn it,
she's got.
Do you
10,
have trauma
right?
packs?
Ooh,
We told
boxcars.
her. We told her to wait in the fucking car.
Wow.
Do you have trauma packs, Captain
I
Beth?
got all kinds of I got med kit and stuff, but I don't know if that's gonna help with this. It seems like her
That
head
is
might be gone.
That's a critical hit. So first of all,
She only took 4 damage.
uh,
No, that's the attack roll.
Yeah.
So
But I mean,
roll
if it's not a
boxcars.
head
She's got-
hit
She's
and,
plus 10.
and
She's plus
Gidge
10.
dies, you can use a trauma pack to bring it back.
oof, oof.
Oh, she's dead.
Yeah.
She is.
Oh man,
She took
yeah.
Died for
19.
being-
She
She
took
died for being
19.
too poor to have battle dress. Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
got that plus
Well,
10. Yeah.
she does have polycarapace, so that means that she took 19.
Oh, come on. Yeah, it's very over for her.
Yeah. Yeah. There's 10 of it.
Just in
She's
pepperoni.
not dead. She
Oh,
drops and is unconscious.
plot twist. Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about her polycarapace. Thank God for that, because otherwise she would have been just a smoking pile of ash on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this robot lights her up literally and drops her. Gregor, what would you like to do?
I move to here and shoot that.
Okay, I assume you're going autocannon.
Autocannon.
Okay. That's a hit. Now I need to.
Damn.
Oh,
That's it. It does vehicle damage, doesn't it?
Yeah. Let me.
Yeah.
I need to open up the vehicle handbook. Let's see here. Weapon.
AC 25.
Is that a light autocannon?
Yeah, it's an AC 25.
Yeah, light autocannon, 20 to 25 millimeter caliber. So it is going to be. Holy shit, 6 DD damage.
What does that mean?
So roll 6D times 10.
Wow.
I mean, that's right? I mean,
Yep.
or is that only for StarCraft weapons?
So I got 240.
Maybe.
I don't know. How?
Let me double check.
Wait, couldn't that take out like a whole spaceship or
Yeah,
something?
that sounds like it could. I mean, that sounds like it could take out an entire fortress. Maybe that's not right. Weapon traits.
Maybe they wrote that in the book, but it was like not thought out. Well, I don't know.
Well, I have in my character sheet that it does 9D.
Okay, let me.
If you got 9D, then it's not multiplied,
It may not be. Let me.
but you would need 3 more D.
Yeah,
That's what
that
she
sounds
said.
more in line with
Yeah.
what that seems more correct for the size of the weapon.
That does sound more correct. But
I don't really know.
I'm still looking. Let's see. What does it? Yeah, it says spacecraft weapons are graded up, which
Oh, well,
makes
this ain't a spacecraft weapon, though.
sense because that's a spacecraft weapon. But I don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't say. I'm gonna say just go with the. So it's 25. It says 6D is the damage. Not sure where the 9D would have come from. Maybe I wrote it down.
Does it say in
Let's see.
the equipment?
Here's vehicle heavy weapons chart. Maybe it's on here.
That would be correct. That would be better vehicle instead of spaceship.
Yeah.
What are you looking at? Where are you reading it?
I just pulled it up on. I pulled it up right here in the journal. Here we go. Light. So medium autocannon is 8D.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it says heavy autocannon's 1DD. So yeah, okay. That makes sense. So yeah, here, 8D would be medium autocannon. That sounds right.
8D.
Yep, 8D damage.
Just add two
Whoops.
more.
Shit.
Oh, okay.
What did I
That works.
do? How did I do that? Sorry.
I got a 27.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, there it is.
So it took 12 damage.
Okay. That. Okay, so yeah. Yes. Okay, so that hurts a lot. Boom! And parts go flying all over the place. Captain Beth, what are you doing?
I will use my big gun as well.
All right.
I'll move a little bit to make the shot better, though.
Turn him into slag.
Maybe.
As she yells, "Yidge!" in slow motion.
Yeah, I got 8.
That hits. So, I mean, 1DD is 1DD.
Okay. 6.
Holy shit. So, yeah, his armor doesn't matter. You blast him with the plasma cannon and literally just melt this thing into slag on the floor. Did you want to move at all, or?
I'll use the rest of my movement to start making my way towards the edge. Hopefully.
Yeah, you should
Keep
be able
her
to make
from-
the entire way. I mean, you should be able to get up to her.
Okay.
Keith,
All right, then I can.
what would Keith
Yeah.
like to do?
I think I'm gonna slip back to that computer that I was at
Okay.
and see if I can disable these guys from
Okay.
the computer.
Go ahead and make a electronics computers plus intellect or education check.
Okay.
Now, of course, you are at, so there's your portable computer is going to be TL14, so you're at -1. But what are your bonuses, Tang, for infiltration software and anything else?
You'll get 2 for the intrusion software,
And then.
and then if you need
Okay.
to decrypt, you can get another 2 for decryption. But
So you're
right now
at,
it's just 2.
you're at a +1 for that total.
Okay. So that gives me 13.
Okay. Yes, you are able to get in, and it brings up a green menu, asking you, what security robots do you wish to shut down? And it starts listing off a whole bunch of areas from the pit.
Well, I think we're at the top. I'm
Select
gonna
all. Select all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pick. I'm gonna select all. That's what I'm gonna pick.
C3PO. There's not enough time. Shut them all down.
I think I would start with the top, which is the furthest from the pit, I assume.
Okay. Okay. So you are selecting to shut them down. Yidge is out of commission. Ting, what would you like to do?
Throw another grenade.
I'm gonna run right up here. Oh, I know I got plenty of movement for this.
Yeah, you've got movement for days.
Yep, I'm Ting Monk,
Yes.
and I'm gonna run right up to this dude, and I am going to use my claws on him.
Okay. Arc field claws.
Yeah,
He's a
Does a
pacifist.
15 hit?
Holy shit. Yes, it does. And that is +7 damage. It is going to be a critical hit.
And I am going to use.
Monoclaw.
I know that's what I'm using. I just have to look. I think it's 4D.
Yeah,
I just have to
he's
look.
got worse than monoclaws. He's got arc field. They're basically
Yeah.
lightsaber claws.
Yeah, they got AP 20 4D +7, I guess
Yeah,
you
so
said.
his armor matters for nothing.
That's 18.
Yeah, so you shred him like Wolverine shredding a sentinel. You just stab and bring your fist up and cut him in half. I actually saw a cool Traveler piece of artwork showing combat claws, and they're like Wolverine's claws, but they're short. They're like maybe yay long, and they come out in between the knuckles on the fist. So yeah, you just tear this guy up.
I'll look at the other one and go, does that compute?
He actually first, before he can do anything, needs to he needs to make a intellect check. He gets a +0. These guys aren't made to be intelligent. And shuts down.
Sweet.
Yeah, you see him start to turn to bring his fist up, and you can see the light on his central eye kind of flickers for a second, and he just goes boom and shuts down.
Nice.
Dun, dun, dun. Cameron, roll a d6.
1.
Whew. Roll 2d.
6.
Okay, so you make it over to Yidge, and you can see that she caught the laser blast with her face.
Oh no.
And she is probably going to die unless given prompt medical assistance, and she will suffer permanent effects. But you can go ahead and you can make a first aid check. You get a +3 to that from your med kit. Medic plus your choice, intellect or education. See how many of these how many points she gets back.
I got 14.
Okay, that's actually really good. So let's see.
But she's blind for life.
Maybe.
She's probably just gonna be weird looking, but maybe we can get her like a cybernetic face on Tech World or something.
Oh, hell yeah, we can trick her the fuck out. It'll be great.
In the meantime, you can wear her disguise net for a face.
This
she's feeling
this isn't awful. So you get her conscious. So she's only halfway down on her endurance. So she's got 8 strength, 8 dex, and she's at 5 endurance. Normally she's at 10, but it says she will lose 1d from any one of strength, dex, or endurance.
You should probably just chill with the slaves up here.
So
we need to like mechanically.
She's gonna lose 2 points from her dex.
Oh fuck!
So her new maximum is 6 for dex, and she loses D3 from all of her other attributes.
Damn. Oh, let's make it worth it then, you guys. So Yidge didn't sacrifice their face for nothing.
So she's going to lose 2 points from intellect, education, and social. What is
She
it?
forgot calculus because she got hit so hard.
So her new intellect is 8, her new education is 4, and her social is 3. So she's
shit.
gonna be fucking scarred from the lasers. Yeah, she's looking like Spawn with his mask off.
Okay, let's Ting. I want Ting to disable this security robot like manually so that if someone orders it to come back online, it won't just like kill Yidge and the slaves because she needs to just chill here. I don't think she can make it the rest of the way down.
Okay.
I can almost guarantee that I have the ability to make this robot not work again.
And she is still going to need she's going to need surgery. But I mean, you've given her prompt first aid, you've stabilized her, but she is going to need surgery, and that's just for keeping her healthy. I mean, she's stabilized for now, but she's going to need surgery to survive.
Okay.
And
I will disconnect the power from its power source.
Okay.
We should explore and make sure that all the rest of the robots on this level are disabled too.
Let's make sure.
Go ahead and make a mechanic plus intellect or education check.
May I use robotics instead?
Yes, you can.
Eight.
Okay, so you are able to disconnect this thing's power source. You are estimating, kind of getting in. You do note that it has a quick charger. Its power source, on a full charge, this thing's good for about 259 hours, which seems oddly specific. But you note that these are. You note that when you get in here and you pull its power source. Yes, there's a lot of repro Sandalian parts in here. You've seen this kind of stuff before, some of the circuitry. In other cases, you're seeing that there's a lot of stuff that's been replaced. You're estimating that these robots are about tech level 12.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So these
pretty good on a planet that's a 9.
Right, yeah. I mean, yes, that's true. It is good for a planet that's tech level 9. So, yeah, the robots are higher than the usual for Oghma. But you can see that there's a passage that leads off here, and this passage leads off and then kind of starts to descend into the mountainside.
All right, we should look them over. We don't want to leave these people with more security bots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will pick this up next week at 6 o'clock on Wednesday night.
Awesome.
You're very welcome. Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah. I think we might be able to pull this off. Here in this. I'm just saying. I don't think we'll have to travel again before we can wrap this adventure up. I think maybe.
True. This
Probably
might be the
not.
end of it.
Yeah. You guys are in the right place at the right time. So I think you're right.
Excellent.
Yeah. So
all right,
cool.
we'll see you then.
All right. I'll see you guys next week.
Friday.
Yep. I will see you Friday.
Yeah.